Ahoy mateys, my name is Cullen, and this is my 1978 Chris Craft Corinthian. When crazy things happen, they all seem to happen at the exact same time. You know about the dock. This marina is closing for good. They're kicking everybody out. We have to find a new place to go. The deadline is coming very close, and I still haven't been able to find a solid plan A for where to move this boat. I've visited a couple of places. Most of them aren't really that great. The ones that are good are all filled up because Jacksonville has a major shortage of dock slips available. So that's a whole process, and there's a tropical storm coming that could become a hurricane. I'm filming this Tuesday afternoon. I'm hoping to get this out, maybe with a couple of edits tonight. And right now, it's coming this way. It's Tropical Storm Elsa, may be upgraded to a hurricane by the time this video comes out. It's coming up the Gulf Coast of Florida, and it's going to eventually make contact with Jacksonville in some form. I don't know how powerful it's going to be. I don't know how destructive it's going to be, but I need to be prepared for that, whatever that means. In a worst case scenario, if the dock starts falling apart around me or something crazy like that, I can just cast off and go someplace else. I think the winds are going to be around 35 or 40 miles an hour, which is not going to be fun if that happens, but it's possible. The main things that damage a boat in a storm are the dock itself and other boats crashing into it. So if you get away from those obstacles in a worst case scenario, you might be able to protect the boat. It's a little bit scary, but it's a possibility. We'll see how it goes. This is the upper deck, and we've got a lot of fabric stuff to worry about. The upper helm cover there. We've got these side sheets. And of course, the big old bimini needs to be sorted out. So, let's get on it. So if nothing else, I just lowered the mainsail, so to speak, and hopefully that'll keep us from tearing anything or picking up big gusts that could potentially throw the boat against the dock. Who knows? Either way, it was pretty simple and fast to get those down and might make a little bit of a difference. Checking out my lines, I'm just going to clean up some of these cleats. Worst case scenario, if we have to cast off, oh gosh, that's disconcerting. I'm going to use the other side of this line to tie up to the corner of the boat so that it's not on this frayed part. Ugly as hell, but I don't care. Yeah, it's a lot better than it was, and it'll be easy to cast off if we need to. In the past, when the storm comes through, I've taped up all the seams on the window. I don't know why I did that. It was more of like a theory. I thought that maybe a pressure difference between the inside and the outside of the window would like make them bow out and break. I think that's a completely ridiculous waste of time now, so I'm not going to do that. And I've taken the canvas off of the front windshield so that won't blow around. This canvas over the hatch is, I actually don't care about that so much, so if it gets lost, I'm okay with that. That hatch needs to be replaced anyway because it's leaky, so if it goes, good riddance. Right now it's helping it be a little bit more waterproof by being on, so I'm going to keep that on. And while I'm here, I want to take a second to answer the most requested thing in the last couple of months. How are those carburetors working, and do the engines run? The answer is yes and yes. I haven't made a video about it because I wanted that to be like the pinnacle video of the entire engine repair series. And I needed it to be perfect, and I wanted to take the boat out on a celebratory run just to prove that it works. But scheduling, weather, and the dock situation in general have just made that not an option. But I am going to start the engines for you right now. So you can see for sure both 454 big blocks are running beautifully and the carburetors are doing their job very well. That's the port engine. And there's the starboard. Let it warm up for a little bit, and then I'll take you outside to hear these gorgeous sounds. Just a two big old V8s. You can't beat it. You honestly can't. And it gets really quiet too. We're not even at idle right now. It's still warming up. But they're so quiet. That's something the camshaft fixed, was on the port engine. When I swapped out the camshaft and the lifters and the rockers and everything, that made it substantially quieter. Eventually, I think I'm going to do that to the starboard engine too, just because that's a weak point on these engines. But for right now, I don't think I need to do that project unless I just want to. I've got much bigger things to deal with. Bring it all the way down to 600 RPM idle. It's so quiet. Like, it's honestly super quiet. So I'm ready to go wherever I need to go. This Saturday, I'm moving the boat someplace. I don't know if it's going to be Plan B or if I'm going to find a Plan A before then. Tonight, hopefully, we're ready for the storm, whatever that looks like. I think it's going to peak around noon tomorrow, July 7th. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks so much for watching. And hopefully we'll get back to some kind of normal soon. That would be very good. So, see y'all later. And right as I'm about to start editing, the air conditioner broke as well. That's just nothing wrong with the air conditioner. It's the water pump, no water flow. Just shows you this is boat life. It's not glamorous, but for me it's worth it. I think. It's hot.